I have a lot I want to get to with you, but I want to start on this news regarding China. And Microsoft revealed that you discovered this state-sponsored espionage attempt. This group is called Volt Typhoon, and they wanted to disrupt communications between the U.S. and Asia during a future potential conflict. Beijing says all this is misinformation. What did you find?
Well, what we found was what we think of as network intrusions, the prepositioning of code. It's something that we've seen in terms of activity before. We do work hard to track this kind of activity by nation-state operations from China, from Russia, from Iran, from North Korea. Those tend to be the principal four. This does represent a focus on critical infrastructure in particular, and that's obviously of real concern.
Mm-hmm. A focus on critical infrastructure at a potential point of conflict. So did Microsoft find this first, and then you told the spy agencies, or how did that work?
I don't want to go too deep into that. We certainly have found a good deal of this ourselves. I don't think we're the only ones that have been looking. Mm-hmm. We do share information, as you would expect. I don't know that we're the only ones who have found it either. I think the good news is we have a pretty broad-based ability, not just as a company, but as an industry and a country, to detect this kind of activity.
And then to make it public, which is a statement as well.
Increasingly, we do feel it's important to make this kind of information public. First and foremost, people can't act if they're not aware that there's a concern they need to address. So oftentimes, especially when something is broad-based, the best way to address it is to make it public. Second, I do think we live in a world where, frankly, there needs to be some level of accountability for anyone that is engaged in activity that forms this kind of threat or danger. And so there is a need for public transparency in that vein as well.